Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we will talk to Nate Winegar about his new brand, Hidden Barn. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Dana the Dreamer 6, Nate Winegar, and Luke Otero.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So we've got a fun show today. We're going to be talking to Nate and find out what he's got going on. Some exciting things happening since the last time he's joined us. So certainly we'll get into that. But before we talk about Hidden Barn and Nate and all the things he's got going, Dana said there's something she wanted to talk about. She said, we were going to jump right into the Nate thing. And she's like, no, this is more important. This is way more important than anything Nate's got to say. So what is it, Dana?
It totally is. So
Okay.
Here in the South, we're in the thick of like allergy season.
Okay.
So I had a really strong coughing fit. And of course, the little old lady next to me reached into her purse and offered me a hard candy. And so I'm just wondering, when you guys are the little old lady, what is going to be that hard candy that you carry around and offer to people?
Okay. What kind of hard candy would you give to someone? I mean, I guess for the guy equivalent, at least back in the old days, it would be those little kegs of root beer, you know, the little root beer candies would be the male equivalent of that. I would think that a little old man would carry around the root beers, so that are shaped like a barrel, which I don't even see anymore. I'm sure there's somebody still makes.
I think you can get them at the Cracker Barrel if you have a Cracker
Probably, yeah. Probably anything we refer to would be, go to the Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
No.
That's a good question, Dana. I guess I would offer, just because my aunt used to do it, a piece of the Wrigley's Juicy Fruit gum.
Juicy fruit. Yeah.
Yeah, I always carry some gum in my pocket, and if I'm getting to that age where I'm going to be that little old person, it's going to be Juicy Fruit gum.
Juicy fruit. Okay. All right. Nate, how about you?
You know, I think for me, it would be like something like beef jerky or something.
Here, this will help your
pull a little piece of beef jerky right out and just be like, eat this. But I do have a funny story off of this, just because this reminded me of something with my grandma a long time ago. But I had like an upset stomach, and I was like, Grandma, do you have anything in your purse? I got like an upset stomach. Do you have anything that I could use? And she pulled out some Tums and gave me some Tums, and I was like chewing it, and I was like, this just doesn't taste right. I don't know. I mean, I've had Tums before. I don't know. Like maybe it's just I haven't had them for a while. So I asked her to look at the dispenser that she gave it to me. It was like one of those little tubes of Tums.
Right.
It was from 1983. It was 20 years old. And I was like, I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah.
And it might have the opposite effect. So, but you got to love it. So that thing was probably living in my grandma's purse. So I'm going to stick to beef jerky. I think that's good. If someone wants something, if I'm going to carry it around, I'll give them a little beef.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy, that stuff kind of happens to old people sometimes. Famously, so my dad's been gone 10 years, so 2012, and probably I was 10. In 1978, my mom started to get into like Greek cooking and desserts and stuff like that. I remember she made a lot of that baklava, and you get that phyllo dough or whatever. And I'm telling you, when my dad passed away, we were helping my mom out and clean out the freezer. That phyllo dough stuff was still in there, and it was like 40 years old in the freezer at that time. It was crazy. So time gets away from you, I guess, sometimes. Yeah. McNew, how about you? What would be your purse or pocket candy that you would offer up?
Those little strawberry candies, like the wrapper is red and they look like strawberries. It's got to be those.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Dana, you asked the question. What would that be?
So what was offered to me was a Werther's Original, which that or the butterscotch is what I imagine. But exactly what Stephanie said, the little strawberries that, like, even the tied up part is green to totally mimic a strawberry. That is exactly what I would have as well.
Oh yeah. Werther's, when we were kids, didn't they present that as being for older people? Like it was not candy for kids, it was candy for.
My grandpa always had them, so I just thought they were for old people. I don't know what they were marketing.
They're actually pretty good. I haven't had one.
Like they're the only people allowed to buy them, the old people.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get some Werther's, maybe. Those things are good. Yeah. Oh, buttery. Yeah.
Nate's beef jerky would require a cold beer too. So.
Yeah.
Only if they're of age, but yes. Yeah.
Hanging out with Nate. Yeah, that's what you get. So yeah. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Dana the Dreamer 6.
Oh, let's see. I just went today and bought a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't really have anything in the house. So they didn't really have a big selection. So I got a nice bottle of Four Roses here. So
all right. Okay, that was good. It could be enough.
Very crisp. Very crisp.
We'll see. All right. McNew, you're next. What do you got?
I don't have a cork, but I have some Cooper's Craft.
Cooper's Craft. Okay. Handle of it looks like, I believe.
It's not that big. Normal.
Oh, is it a liter? What is that?
It's a
liter. That's a 750? It looks big.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Luke, how about you?
I just found this one. It's been around. It's the Prideful Goat, 15-year-old cash strength.
Nice.
Prideful Goat. Okay. Solid. Not as good as Dana's though. Dana the Dreamer 6 has the lead. Nate, you're next.
I have here a Neely family single barrel monster mash.
Ah, cool. That's a good one. All right.
A little slushy.
Little slushy. Yeah. Good, but not as great as Dana's. She's still got the lead. She's between me and victory. I want to take this thing over. I've got Yellowstone limited edition.
Wow.
2021.
Nice score there.
Yeah, heck yeah. Let's see. Not much on the cork pop, though. Not much. Dana, congratulations. That's a rarity. You
won. Dana.
Yeah, new bottle. That's just all the difference. So, cheers, gang.
Cheers.
All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk to Nate about Hidden Barn, this new venture that he's got himself into, and find out all that we want to know. We'll do that in just a few. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely family distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at neelyfamilydistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
Saying Bourbon Daily?
Yeah.
Okay, you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
No, your name first.
My name.
You are. Yeah.
Hi, this is Jason Souter.
And
you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Perfect.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking to Hidden Barn co-founder Nate Winegar.
Yes, we are. Nate, how did all this come about? How does something like this even happen? Because I'm hoping it happens to me maybe tomorrow or something like that. So how does this come about?
That's a good question, Steve. I am still kind of feeling like I'm in a dream about it, to be honest with you. Just with everything, how it's happened, how fast some of the things have happened here recent, and kind of learning by fire, especially just how we're moving forward and whatnot. But it has been I'll say a dream come true. And I didn't want to believe it, to be honest with you. I'm one of those people that just won't believe it until it happens and I see it. I don't want to get too excited about it. And
right.
And as it was going the whole time, I was like, could this happen? This could possibly happen. Maybe I'm going to have be a part of this with some really great people. And then it's happened. Now, the bottle still has to make it to the shelf to make it official, Steve, and that has not happened yet. So
right. I get it. I get it. Going through this process myself, it's kind of cool though. It seemed like all the good people that I hang out with that love bourbon and just are in this because they love bourbon, not because it's a business venture first. And Luke's included in this group. I've seen him grow his brand and get more into bourbon. It's just been amazing to see the people that has been able to take this love and passion for bourbon and turn it into a way to make a living from it. And it's exciting. It just never feels like work. I'm now with my buddy Jimmy Fosnot, and he's doing that too. He's living his. We've plucked him out of the corporate America, out of big box retailer, and now doing his own thing. And the guy couldn't be happier. And Nate, you're going to experience that too. It's all announced and everything's lining up, and it's going to be awesome. But yeah, like you said, until you start ringing the register, then it's really real. So yeah. But you're very.
But I think you said it, Steve. You know what? It's four people that came together that have a passion for whiskey fellowship. We wanted to do something that we loved,
right?
And honestly, you know my backstory. I mean, 25 years I worked for the government. I did a pretty tough job and dealt with a lot of stuff. And whiskey was always kind of my way to connect with people and kind of my outlet. It was my way to connect with people, have a good pour, fellowship, and everybody that's involved in this is the same way. It's just really good people. I'm extremely fortunate to be connected with these people. I feel like it was kind of the perfect storm, to be honest with you. I know I've heard people say, oh, this has been planned for 2 years, or this had to be planned. It really wasn't. I think, we had Matt and I, who's one of our partners in with 5280 Whiskey, and We had talked about this for a while, and even before COVID, we were looking at what's something that we could do, in the whiskey world, and how could we contribute in a different way. And 5280 whiskey is a great way for us to contribute to, but we wanted to do something that we could maybe go into more in a business sense or a business way. And 5280 whiskey doesn't make us any money or anything like that. We do that for the love of kind of that fellowship and whiskey, but and it just kind of grew from there. And the story behind this it's pretty authentic how we all met. I mean, it's all over a pour of whiskey. That's legit. Like my friendship with Jackie Zycam was over a pour of whiskey in Breckenridge, Colorado. Sitting by the lakeside there up in Breckenridge at a restaurant called Sauce on Maggie, and having a pour of birthday bourbon. And just, that's what it was. It was just two people sitting down having a pour and starting a conversation. With Royce, same way. And Steve, I credit you for that too as well. At the I think it was the New Orleans Bourbon Festival, meeting Royce, and I was sitting also in Trey Zeller was doing a presentation, and this young kid was up front asking all these crazy questions, and I was like, how does this guy know so much? Like, who is this guy? And had to get to know him, and you had a connection there and was able to meet him, and with a pour with Royce, and now many pours with Royce, I'll say. But just what a fantastic person, and really organic there. And then Matt's the same way. He came to one of our events in late 2018 and said, hey, I'd like to be a part of this. And here's maybe some things I could do to help you. And it was just good timing for him to come along because, at that time I was trying to do a lot by myself with 5280 whiskey. And I was kind of like, my wife was on me, like, you're doing quite a bit for, right. Not getting a paycheck for this. And you probably need to figure this out. And he came along, and Matt's very good with numbers and finance. He comes from that background, and was able to make it be more stable, So, we grew that relationship there, and that was over a pour too as well. So it's, and then we've all come together now, at this point, and it feels good because it's the right way. The people that are involved in this are in it for the right reasons. We all love whiskey. We love the people involved in whiskey. We love the romance with whiskey and the history. And we want to be a part of that, and we want to contribute to that.
Right.
Well, I got to believe, I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. And when the stars are aligned and all those tangents intersect, that's part of the reason. And I'm for certain that this is the same that happened to you, Nate, and your partners. And the common denominator here is our love for bourbon. I mean, our little distributorship has grown just leaps and bounds because of bourbon. And I'll even go one step further. The man on this show, Steve Akeley, he's been a facilitator for a lot of us, whether it's disseminating the information or the introduction to individuals that helps us with those crossroads and those intersections, that when the things are aligned, it happens. And for you, Nate, and your partners, I don't think there's anyone in the industry that isn't happy for you. When I heard about the announcement, I said, this is. So the way I look at it is, the industry is on a rocket ship right now. What you guys just did is attach a booster, and it's going even further.
Yeah.
And I know we'll probably get into this a little bit more in another subsequent show coming up, but that's just the way my first blush at this was. Just that is, boy, this is taking putting on a jet fuel rocket, and even going further. So congratulations and kudos. And I love the backstory and how it all happened organically. And there's nothing but good that's going to happen out of this. So Cheers to you, my friend.
Heck yeah.
Thank you very much, Luke. That's very kind of you.
And when you need a distributor in New Mexico, I'm your guy.
Now Luke has a PowerPoint he'd like.
Hold on. Let me type that in right here. Oh yes, Luke. Yes, absolutely. You know that, Luke. You know that, man.
Heck yeah. There's nobody better, because what I like about that, and hopefully that's what we add too, that's different, is that we're the real deal at the ABV Barrel Shop, because we're going to have those conversations. We're not putting your brand on the shelf and then people come in and shop the shelf, and if they have a question, we'll be there to answer it. We have conversations with everybody that comes in, and we only carry 12 items. So we talk about everything, and that's kind of the cool thing. And Luke's the same way, though. I mean, he learns his products. He's not out there just like, here's another item in his pitch book. He's got to believe in it. And Luke's the perfect.
Yeah, we don't take anything on that we don't believe in. And,
right.
And Lucas, our managing partner and son, he makes sure we're doing that. So, but in good time, Nate. I know you guys. Your plate's full right now, and I don't think there's going to be an issue once this thing hits the shelves, because I'm going to have to hit up Stephanie to go buy me some.
Exactly.
Yeah. I am a little bit closer than you. I can figure it out.
Dana, what do you want to know about this?
I don't know. When I saw it, I was like, what? Wait, I know all of them. I mean, not all personally, but I was like, as like the token drunk of the team that just likes to drink, doesn't really know a lot about it. I was just like, oh my gosh. But I mean, I think my main thing was, how did it all come about? But he kind of said that, like, it's really cool how just a pour can lead to magic.
Right. Yeah.
That's the truth. I mean, it just sent everything on a trajectory. I mean, even with 5280, I mean, for me, having those pours and that cigar lounge early on, and finding that outlet led to today, where, and it's whiskey. It can do some great things when you're willing to open and share and sit in fellowship. And it can be a stranger. It can be someone you haven't seen for a long time. It can be a family member. It can be a friend. It can be whoever. But you never know where things will go. And I think that's something still pure today, where you can go somewhere and have a pour and start a new friendship, or who knows what will launch from it. So, but yeah, I appreciate you too, Steve. I just want to say, you've been around supporting 5280 whiskey, since its beginning, and McNew too. And, I just appreciate that, because I think that helped. That's part of the story and how it grew. Right. And it's just, it kept me going. Probably, to be honest with you, like with 5280, because it made me think like, okay, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe people doing this and putting the time into it is worth it. Like, people are getting something out of it and getting something good. And I just appreciate, your guys' support over the years for it too. So Everybody has had a part in this getting to where it is, in the whiskey community in one way or the other. And I'm just very humbled and blessed that, I'm in this situation right now, and never would have thought it, to be honest with you. But
right.
Still, I honestly still am a little bit like, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, this is pretty cool. Like, not a bad day to wake up and
yeah,
work on
the kids so good.
Not work.
Yeah, it's not work. So
not bad.
That's cool.
Yeah,
McNew, what would you like to know?
Go ahead, Stephanie.
Okay. So I think it's a cool name, Hidden Barn. I get that it's a reference to the rick houses. Who came up with it, or did you just guys collectively put it together?
That's a great question, McNew. The Hidden Barn, I will say that we had multiple names that had similarities with the same kind of background. What we were looking for, something that kind of showed the fellowship that kind of exists, but also maybe historically. That also would be something that could be, seen today. Like, when you drive through Kentucky, I mean, when you're driving through, you see, if you're looking for them, and you see a ton of black barns, and some of that's definitely due to tobacco barns, right? That was part of the purpose of that. But we also know there's the story, and even through, Royce and some of his family, like, that's a legitimate thing where, we also know that when you create alcohol, everybody that's gone through Kentucky has seen that fungi hit up on the trees, the rick houses, and it coats a lot of things. And so we wanted to give nod to that in kind of that community, especially that would protect those distillers and also protect their source of whiskey. And it was kind of a fun way to show fellowship, which is really what we're about, is if that makes sense. And so for us, Hidden Barn was just a nod to that. So.
Very cool. Anything else? Luke, you were saying something, so go ahead.
Yeah. Just real quickly, I don't know if everybody had a chance to catch the interview Steve and Jeremy did with and Renee with Jackie Zykan. It was a great interview. The first one out of I think it was the first one.
Yeah, first one she did, right? That was that morning when the press release came out. Besides the stuff she had done beforehand, I mean, there was a press release that dropped. But
but you know, her own admission, and I was happy to hear this. And Nate, this is more towards you and your partners. She's a little scared, a little nervous, but very much excited. I would have been worried if she wasn't nervous and scared, because anytime anyone steps out on their own, and then Steve's finding this out now, it's you and your partner, the rest of the world. And so how are you feeling, Nate, other than pinching yourself? I can't believe it's still happening.
Well, for the first right after that Tuesday, I probably wasn't sleeping for first few days. Honestly, it hit me like a ton of bricks, and was, it was exciting. It was exciting, but also I was a little bit anxiety, panic, like, oh my God, like, I wanted to work so badly for everybody involved, because everybody is, putting a lot into it. And I just want to make sure it works and give my all, and just like, can I give more? What is it that I need to do to make sure this works? And especially someone like with Jackie and what she did, the steps she took. I mean, she took she took a lot of risks to come and believe in this. And that puts a lot on, like, I really want this to be successful, not just for me, but for her, for Matt, and for Royce, because I care about those people, and truly want it to be successful for all of us. And so, yes, there was some anxiety also, to see, Steve knows this. I'm not probably as big on like talking about myself or like some of those things. And it was crazy that Tuesday. I probably got 1,000 text messages or Insta messages, and it was very humbling and overwhelmed. It overwhelmed me, but it was very, like, really cool too, to see the amount of people that were excited about this and interested and wanted to reach out. But yeah, it made it pretty real pretty quick, Luke. And yes, it made me like, okay, what do I need to do? Like, what else needs to happen? So
I honestly think, outside of a family member of one of the heritage brands, there's not anybody that was a bigger shocker. I mean, if you got Freddie Noel, well then, yeah, he seems like he should be a Beam forever. That would be maybe more shocking. But Jackie Zykan, again, non-family member, in a big brand going, that's one of the just amazing. It was shocking for sure. So she has taken a big leap of faith, but I think she'll be happy in the end. I mean, no matter what you think, that's very much corporate. The big bourbon companies, even as cool as they are and seem like that, it'll be nice to be able to do something that's for yourself, and that's what she's doing here. And it's really a cool thing. She's really taking a chance, but that chance is on herself, which is pretty awesome. And
she's extremely capable. So I can tell you that 100%. Jackie Zykan is extremely capable and very smart. So,
yeah, she is incredibly smart. If you don't believe that, watch Blending is Trending in her segment. She didn't know what we were going to ask her beforehand, just like the interview that we did on the July 5th. Because we weren't in tune with what was happening, we couldn't write questions like we normally do beforehand. There's no advanced preparation. We're just asking her about whatever's going to happen. She said there's big news. So, but in Blending is Trending, her whole segment, we asked her to do that day, and watch what she did. She's so smart. Gosh darn, that woman is amazing. So yeah, really cool stuff.
She is very fortunate.
Congratulations to you and everybody involved. And I think you got a big winner on your hands, and I'm really excited for what you guys are doing. I just believe in everybody there. I believe, I know Matt the least. I just know him a little bit through you, but I know what you bring to the table. I know how hard you work just at the club. Now that you got a business you're going to be working on, I know what you're going to put to that. And then Royce, there's just not a better distiller out there.
No.
And
and I don't want to discredit that. Royce Neely, right. As one of the best up-and-coming distillers. I mean, he is putting out a product that's unbelievable, and he is going to be here for the long term. To be connected with Royce on top of it, those two. I mean, Matt and I joke, like, we'll just sit in the back seat and they can drive the car. We'll do whatever they tell us. Yeah.
Very cool. Well, congratulations, and we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Nate, we're starting with you. Where can people find you?
Well, I gotta do this right. Okay, so on Instagram, it's hidden_barn. That's our hit, and then I'm gonna think of the other one.
So yeah,
it's the first person that's asking, man. This is the first person that's asking the other one, and I think it's Hidden Barn Whiskey. No, that's not right. Come back to me. I'm gonna get beat up for this because I should have had it. Come back to me. I'll give you the other one.
Might need a cheat sheet moving forward.
I am going to look it up.
Luke, how about you? Where can people find you?
Take a breath, Nate. It's all right.
Okay.
You can find me on Instagram at Santa Fe Boutique Wines, and you can email at Luke Otero, Santa Fe Boutique Wines.com.
All right. Dana the Dreamer 6.
Nate, I feel you until Steve made me change both of mine. Thankfully, I am Dana the Dreamer 6 on both Instagram and Twitter now. Thank you.
Yeah. I helped her out there with her marketing and her branding. Yeah, that's good.
Nice.
McNew, how about you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Since we're talking about new businesses, be sure to check out the ABV Barrel Shop. Stop on in if you're in St. Louis. And we've also got some big things in the works. So, if you can't come to us, maybe we'll be coming to you if that's what we're working on right now. So we're working on a partner to do some shipping for us. So should be fun. Big announcement coming soon. Can't wait. And that way we can get it out to everybody. All these picks we're doing, which are pretty amazing. Nate, did you find what you
I did. I've got it. It is hiddenbarnwhiskey.com. How difficult was that for me to figure out?
We'll help you out with that if you forget again. So,
I might forget it again. So just let me know.
All right. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
All right. Great job today, gang. For our audience, we're going to have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Cheers.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.